Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on August 15th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, especially during the summer when price can run away, so please be careful with your money. And if you have questions about your investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. As always, let's start off by taking a look at the Forex factory here. Today, not much in terms of news, was quite slow. We have a monetary policy meeting minutes coming up for Aussie, and that's really the big news for today. So other things that are kind of going on, let's take a look at that as well. So Brexit. Brexit hasn't been in the forefront for some time now. It's all been about central banks, but I think the Brexit scenario will start coming back to the forefront now. So that's something that we just have to keep on our radar as we get into the fall months. I think we'll start seeing more market nervousness around Brexit. So right now, Britain's asking for interim customs deals with EU, and let's see. So I think some of these things will start coming more to the forefront. So that's something we'll have to pay attention to. Another one that's currently playing out is North Korea. And right now, so this is good. So what North Korea is saying that they will watch the US a bit longer before they act, which is good, which means it averts the imminent danger of them striking or them actually launching missiles towards the US. So that's good. So that should calm the markets down a little bit. What that means also is that the Swiss franc and Japanese yen may pull back. So we have to watch this out. If we see more of the threats and things like that, that should create volatility in the market, and the safe haven currencies will start turning around again. But for now, because they're stepping back, this is good for this is good for the world, but also in terms of the trading, the safe haven currencies they should be giving back some of those profits. So keep that in mind. So let's go on to the charts now. So those were the two main things that we need to think about. Other than that, it's just the usual, not a big day. So actually, before we move on to the chart, so what's coming up on Tuesday here? Tuesday is a busier day in the US. In the London here, London session, sorry, it's a holiday in Europe. But British pound here, we do have inflation numbers coming out for British pound. So CPI numbers are very important. Last time we saw a negative CPI number for British pound. I think it was expected to be 2.9, came out at 2.6 or something like that. So this time, so it came in at 2.6, was expected at 2.9. So now their forecast is at 2.7. If the number comes below this level, that could be negative for British pound. If it comes above that, above 2.7, that will be positive for the British pound, and we may see British pound go up, especially against the US dollar. So that's something to keep in mind. Other than that, going into the US session, we have retail sales number, but beyond that, we do have business inventories, housing market. So these are some of the numbers that market does pay attention to, even though they are yellow news. But the main numbers will be core retail and retail sales. The rest of the day is fairly light. Okay, so let's move on to the charts now. For our euro dollar, we'll start off with euro dollar. So in terms of the euro dollar, we do have a pullback, but price is still holding above this level here, 1.1735. So in this case, even though we have a bearish candle, the bias is still long as price stays above this level. So 1.1735 is the level we'd be watching. I'm looking for price to pull back into this level, and if it holds above this level, we're looking for price to move up higher. So this one is still has the bullishness intact in there. So it is moving lower. So this is our line here, 1.1735 level that we'd be watching. But if it breaks below this level, then we could see price come down lower into this 1.1620-ish level, which is this support and resistance here. So that level will become available to us. But for now, it still is maintaining that bullishness in it. Okay, so bullish for euro dollar, pound dollar. This is bearish. So daily close here was bearish. So this is our daily close that looks like a bearish pin bar. So we do have the CPI numbers coming out in the morning tomorrow, and that could have a big impact on the British pound. So that's something we'll have to be mindful of. For now, though, this looks bearish, and here we need to break this level. See this level? We haven't seen a break of this level in some time. However, since we have been talking about triangles for a bit, here is another one. So we're looking for price to do this. If the news comes out negative, we're likely to see a breakdown here. And then if price pushes back into this level, 1.2950 from the down to go and retest this level, that would be a good selling opportunity right here once we see a break down through that level. And in terms of our target here, the first target will be this one, 1.2820-ish level. So let's just go all the way to the bottom here. So 128.20 will be the target to the downside once we see a break of this. So it's important that we see a break of this. If it doesn't break down, we could see the price go up, and inflation can certainly have that impact. So here on the 4-hour, as we can see, prices kind of pushing down into that level, and a break is what we need to see here. But if the price slowly starts to kind of meander back up, that will be a reversal sign. If it kind of passes above this level, then we're looking for price to move up higher. So CPI number, again, will be important for this. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is above this level here. The close for the day is bearish. So in this case, the bias is bearish based on the daily. And the important thing we'll have to see is we may see price kind of do a test of this level again. So 78.80 level. So we may see one of these moves and then a drop. We do have data coming out at 9:30, so shortly we'll have Aussie data come out. So if the monetary policy meeting minutes, well, we know that RBA is not hawkish on Aussie, but if they, for some reason, the monetary meeting minutes show hawkishness, then we're likely to see a drop. We're likely to see the price go up. But if they're bearish, continuing on from previous press conferences and comments that RBA has made, then this is likely to continue lower. So here we do need to see a break of this level. If it stays above this level, this previous resistance, which will likely turn into support, then we could get one of these moves. So we have to be mindful of this, but overall the daily bias is to the downside. The target in this case is, first target would be 77.80, and then we are looking into this level, 77.50 level, as the second target. So key will be to see a break of 78.30-ish level. Here's our 4-hour. As we can see, price is slowly kind of making its way down. So this break will be important. Okay. New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar daily is bearish based on this. So we can look for a further move to the downside here. 72.50 is an important level for this. If the price stays above this level, then it could go up. And we need to see, so we may see price do one of these, 72 at 72.50. If it does that, then we're likely to see price go back towards the middle of the range again. But just like in Aussie, if the price breaks down here, we could look for a back test and then a drop here. So this would be a good level for a potential level to sell this once the price breaks down. So we have to wait for the price to show us direction. A lot of times Mondays will have pullbacks and stuff, so Mondays are not always the best in terms of the daily formations and such. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this is our 4-hour. As we can see, it's still holding above, so we need to see a test of 72.50. The target to the downside will be over here, 71.90. So about 7,200 will be the first target to the downside. Below that, we are looking at this one right here, 71.50. So those are two targets to the downside. For now, we need to see what happens at 72.50 level. Overall, the bias is to the downside on that. Okay, dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, we are back pushing up higher here. So we could get a test of 127.50 once again. So that level is still key. We need to see if price does this, then we will look for move back into the range. But if the price breaks above this and then pulls back into this level, this may continue its bullishness. So those are both the options. Since it is into the middle of the, or into the top of the range, we could see price react either way. But 127.80, this level here, 127.74-ish, 80 level will be the level to watch on dollar CAD. Here's our pullback, pulled back right into our previous support resistance level, as we can see. And it's bouncing to the upside from here. So here is our level that we need to watch, 127.74-ish area. If the price stays below that level, then it's likely to, so we may see a bit of a double top like this if the price is to stay. So here's the first top, here could be the second top, so we could see the price stay below. Or if the price is to break to the upside, we could just see price sort of coil up and then break to the upside, give us a pullback, and then this entire candle is open to us. This is an inefficient move, so we have that entire move open to us, and price may go all the way to that level, 129.20 level. So that will open up all this entire move to us. So again, something to watch. Okay, Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss is bouncing right off of this level. We did see a bullish candle, and today we have seen another bullish candle here. This is a very strong bullish candle. It suggests further move to the upside. So this one we could see the price go into 1.1520 level. So 115.20, that will be the target to the upside for Euro Swiss. So it looks bullish. So this Friday's close was bullish. And today we have a bullish close and it looks like it wants to move up further. The target will be 1.1520. So if the price goes into the, so we are in a range in this one. So the top of the range, the bottom of the range, see what price, when price went to the bottom, push back up. So now if price comes to the top, this is something we could see. If the Korean situation heats up again, that's a likely response. Otherwise, right now, Euro Swiss looks bullish, so we're looking for that. If that does not happen, we could see a break above that, but we'll deal with that when we get there. For now, I'm not expecting that to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, first, we're just looking for price to move up higher into 115.20 area. Pound Swiss here looks bullish as well. So we had a bullish close on this for Friday, and we have a big bullish engulfing candle, and now it looks like, so based on this, we are looking for a further move to the upside. The level to watch here would be 126.30-ish level, or even 50 level, I think all the way to the top of the candle here. So yeah, that looks good because we have a reaction here previously as well back in January. So that looks like the target to the upside, 126.50. based on the daily close here, we are bullish on pound Swiss. Dollar Swiss here. Dollar Swiss has had a bullish close as well. So all the Swiss pairs, this is what we were talking about, because North Korea has stepped back a bit. We are seeing this, the Swiss franc sort of go back, because safe haven currencies are not required, because market likes what North Korea said about waiting and watching. So based on the daily close here, looking for price to come back into this 97.69 level, but this will be a good level to watch here, because price has not broken this level in some time. So last two times price came into this level, we had a reaction and price bounced back. So if it does this again, this will be a great selling opportunity, and stop on the other side about somewhere maybe slightly lower, but on the other side of this level, because as we can see, three times price had trouble with this area just recently. So that will be a key level to watch, 97.70. But overall, right now, based on the daily close, this is bullish. Euro yen here, we are bouncing off. This looked like a rejection, but right now it looks like price is pulling back again. So same thing with safe haven flows, because North Korea is stepping back a little bit. This could mean that people who had gone into safe haven currencies don't, or the investors don't feel like staying in them anymore, because there are other opportunities they could take advantage of. So right now we're looking at further move to the upside in this, and the target here will be this level, 130.20. So that will be the first target to the upside. If the price breaks through that, then we do have this 131.50, or actually that will be the second target, 130.80. So looking for price to move up further, and most of it is mainly due to North Korea kind of stepping down. Pound yen here looks bullish as well. Price is pushing up very strongly right now. So we look at, yeah, so that's quite a move to the upside. So if we take a look at, so North Korea news came out about an hour and a half ago. So that is quite fresh, and that's why we are seeing that reaction, even though price had moved lower. So about half an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, this is when price started pushing up. So right off of the pivot point here, it started going up, and see how thin price is. That means it's sentiment driven move, and most of it is based on North Korea stepping down and not aggravating the situation further. So in this case, the target here would be this right here, 143.30 level to the upside. So there is some room for price to move up higher here. So see how price, this is a very, these safe haven currencies can be quite sentiment driven. See how these are big long candles, and on the way down to long big huge candles here. So we could see the same thing going up as well. So keep that in mind. It will be sentiment driven at the moment. So 143.30 will be the target to the upside. Dollar yen. Dollar yen here, we had a bullish close for the day. Looks like price wants to move up higher here. The target will be 110.80 level. To the upside here, it could just go into this level, which is 110.40-ish level. But this looks like a good target, 110.80. So that will be the target to the upside. Overall, though, it's bullish. Aussie yen. Aussie yen, we did have a nice pin bar, but this looks like a failed pin bar. It hasn't completely failed yet, but because we are almost there, this could be a failed pin bar. So in this case, we could see price go into 8,700. So that will be our target level on this. But all these yen crosses and Swiss franc crosses are just driven off of North Korea sitting back, taking a step back. And that's why we are seeing all the pullbacks in these crosses. So 8,700 would be the target to the upside. Overall, though, this was a very nice bearish close here, nice bearish pin bar. But sentiment changes in the market and market will react to that. So this is the case today. New Zealand yen here, same scenario. Even though we had a big rejection here, price is moving up higher. So 80.60 is our level to watch here. That will be the target level. If price breaks above that, then we could see price go all the way into 8,100. 81.00. So that will be the next target to the upside here. So bullish for New Zealand yen as well. CAD yen will be the same story. Even though we had rejection of this level here, it looked good. Looked like price would come down lower. However, right now things have changed. And as such, our targets will need to be adjusted. So 86.86 will be the first target to the upside here for CAD yen. So this is bullish as well, just based off of the North Korea news. Okay, so euro pound here, not much of a move today, very, very small move. It is holding above this previous level, 90.50. As a result, it still has the bullishness in it. The target, of course, will be 91.20 to the upside for euro pound. Euro Aussie bullish, and we are looking for, so this is bullish, but we are into resistance here. So this will be an important determining factor. If it breaks above 1.500 level, then the next target here will be 1.5100. But this is a key level. Last few times price came here and it reacted, so we'll have to keep an eye on this one. Right now we are bullish but into resistance, which means price could turn around here. Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie is the day candle here is bullish, but into the top of the range here. It's been trading in this range for some time. So that is, so this is a bit of a wider range, but if we pull it closer, this is the range it has been trading in for quite some time. So right now, it's moving back towards the middle of the range. And if we take a look at lower time frame here, it looks like price just had indecision, and then looks like it wants to come back down towards the bottom of the range. So this looks bearish at the moment, 1.6480, but because we do have Aussie news that can determine this, that will have an impact on this here as well. And then we have pound news coming up tomorrow morning. So not the best pair to trade tonight, just because there's both the currencies have news coming up for the respective currency that will have an impact. Okay, so pound New Zealand, that looks bearish as well. But like I said, there's news coming up for British pound tomorrow morning and Aussie tonight. So overall, though, just a note here, pound is bearish because I think especially as we get towards more into the fall here, we are likely to see those Brexit fears coming up to the forefront once again. So I think the tone in British pound could change and be negative, more negative than it has been recently. Pound CAD here is going sideways, not doing much. As we can see, daily close is bullish, but here we are towards the top of the range. And the bottom of the range is right there as well. So here we are, not really doing much right now. Bullish close, rejected the bottom, looking for price to move up higher into 165.70. So this will be price moving towards the top of the range. Okay, so those are all the crosses that I have. Any questions, anything to add here? All right, so it doesn't look like there is, so we will call it a wrap. Perfect. So we'll call it a wrap. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow in the trade room. Bye for now.